Everyone mute your audio, please. Whoever signed on as Amanda, please mute your audio. All right, folks, I'm Judge Cowan. We're going to go through this calendar as quickly as we can. It would be very important to me that you mute your audio unless I'm speaking directly to you, because it's very disruptive of the court session. Everyone should be on mute right now, except for me. Okay. Everyone that's on the calendar today has a traffic ticket pending in the State Court of Clayton County where you were charged with an offense relating to a tag violation. We're going to go through and inquire of you if your tag is currently valid. If it is, then the prosecutor may ask the court to dismiss your ticket, but that's up to them. We are being very liberal with the dismissals because we have a bit of a backlog because we were not able to do trial court for several months, actually about a year, because of the COVID pandemic. Please mute your audio, folks, unless I'm speaking with you. Ms. Gonti, somehow you got unmuted. Please mute.
Tap the speaker at the top of.
Everyone who's on the Zoom meeting, except for me, should have their audio on mute. If you cannot hear me, that means you're not connected to audio. Of course, if you can't hear me, you can't hear me say that. Folks, make sure your audio is on mute. I'm not going to start court if all of y'all are talking in the background. Sergio, whoever you are, mute your audio. All right. iPhone, I don't know who you are, but mute your audio.
She's talking about.
All right, Dave Mitchell, you can turn on your audio and video. Mr. Mitchell, you have a tag violation ticket from 2020. Did you own that vehicle that you were allegedly operating on that date?
I owned it with my fiance, which is kind of why the reason I had got the ticket in the first place, because I thought that was for her birthday and not my birthday, so that's why.
Turn on your video, Mr. Mitchell. Okay, great. So that was your fiance's vehicle, is that what you were saying? Fortunately, you're breaking up. Your internet's a little weak. I don't know if there's a spot in your house where you can get to a better place to get better internet.
One moment.
We waited forever for the judge to come in.
Freeman, you're not muted.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Mr. Mitchell? Not really.
A moment. Can you hear me now, ma'am?
I do hear you better. Thank you.
You're
So
welcome.
is the vehicle properly tagged and now, Mr. Mitchell?
Yes, ma'am, it is. I've
Okay.
actually looked twice since then.
Okay. Let me ask you, you had another open ticket that was hanging around from just September of this year for a headlight violation. Was that the same car?
Yes, ma'am. I was also driving it that day too, and I think I was going to like a roadblock or something, and I didn't know that the headlight was out.
Has that been repaired to your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am, it has been.
All right. Ms. Hernandez is the prosecutor assigned to this case. Ms. Hernandez, do you have motions relating to these two tickets?
Yes, Your Honor, the state would move to dismiss both citations.
All right, Mr. Mitchell, as to both of those citations, the court will grant her motion to dismiss. If you ever need a copy of the dismissals, you can get those from the clerk of the state court here at the Clayton County Courthouse. Do you have any questions, sir?
No, ma'am.
All right, you can sign off, Mr. Mitchell.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, bye now. Edna Gonti, you can turn on your audio and video. I can't think she's having difficulty hearing me. Deanna Hendricks, you can turn on your audio and video.
Yes, ma'am. Can you see me and hear me good?
Morning. Yes, Ms. Hendricks, you had a tag violation as well. That was pending from last year. Was that a vehicle that you own?
Yes, ma'am.
Does it have a valid tag properly affixed on it now?
I no longer have the vehicle.
Okay, you had on March 8th of 2021 another tag ticket. Was that the same car?
Yes, that was the same car.
Okay, and why don't you have the vehicle? Did you trade it in or what happened?
Something went wrong with it, but I purchased another car. So I have another registration of a Toyota Camry.
All right, so your current vehicle is properly tagged and has
Yes,
the tag
ma'am.
properly displayed?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you also had from May 1st of 2021, no insurance and failing to yield the right of way. Was that an
Yes, ma'am.
automobile accident?
Yes, ma'am. That was with the Toyota.
So you can plead, well, let me inquire first if that vehicle is insured,
The Toyota.
whatever car you were driving that day.
Um,
Oh, that's the one that you don't have anymore.
yes, ma'am. It's totaled.
Okay. So on the date of that accident, was it insured?
Yeah, I believe so. I
Not
believe
sure.
so. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a little more complicated of a situation because if you were in an accident, there may be restitution being requested from the other driver. Or did you ever hear from the other driver about damage to their vehicle?
No, ma'am, not yet. I haven't heard anything.
Well, that's actually not on the calendar today, so I'm not sure I can actually resolve that. You'll get notice to come back to court for that one. Mr.
Okay.
Johnston, do you have motions relating to the two tag tickets?
Your Honor, relating solely to those two tag tickets, the state would move to null and pros those based on the information, to dismiss those based on the information she's given.
Okay, Ms. Hendricks, I'll dismiss those two tag tickets. The no insurance and failure to yield will have to be placed on a different calendar so that the prosecutor has an opportunity to reach out to the other driver before that case comes back up.
Okay.
You'll get notice when to appear for that. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, bye now.
Hold on. I do. So does that mean that I still have to come to court for January 7th?
I don't know what's on for January 7th. Is that
It was
for
the
the
other
tag or for the
yes.
no insurance?
It was for the tag, the other tag ticket.
No,
Okay.
do not have to come for either of the tag tickets.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Brandon Streeter,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Streeter, you have a tag violation ticket as well. That was pending here from last year. Did you own that car?
No, ma'am.
How do you know the person whose vehicle it was?
I believe I was at that time I was doing a rental, through hire car, and the owner of the vehicle actually his tag wasn't correct at the time.
Okay. Well, Ms. Hernandez, what do you want to do with that?
Yes, Your Honor, given that information, the state would move to dismiss the citation.
Okay. Mr. Streeter, she'll go ahead and dismiss it, given the backlog that we have, and you're saying it wasn't your car. Obviously, when you borrow a car or rent a car, it's important to make sure everything's valid on it, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Bye, Mr. Streeter.
All right, you have a good one.
Thank you. Jermaine Carr.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Carr, you have a tag ticket pending from last year. Was that your vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you own it still?
Yes, ma'am.
Does it have a valid tag properly displayed on it now?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Johnston, do you have a motion?
Your Honor, the state would move to dismiss that case based on that information.
All right, Mr. Carr, I'll grant his motion to dismiss. If you ever need a copy of that dismissal, then you can get that from the clerk of the state court. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, you can sign off, sir. James
Okay.
By now. James Laster.
No. I go right here in this parking spot. I just drive over to the meeting. That's what I was saying.
Please make sure you're muted unless you're James Laster. Mr. Laster, is your audio and video on?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
I do now. Mr. Laster, you have a ticket for a tag violation from last year. Was that your vehicle that you were operating on that day?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you still own it?
No, ma'am.
And did you trade it in, or was it, is it not operable, or what happened with it?
I was in an accident and it was totaled.
Okay. You have a different vehicle now?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Johnston, what would you like to do on this tag case from 2020?
Your Honor, based on that information, I'm willing to move to dismiss this case this time.
Mr. Laster, I'll grant his motion to dismiss this ticket. If you ever need a copy of the dismissal, you can get that from our clerk's office. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, bye now. Elena Hart.
I'm present.
Ms. Hart, you had a tag ticket as well from last year. Was that the vehicle, your vehicle?
Yes, correct.
Still have it?
Still have it, and the tag is current.
All right. Mr. Johnston, are you moving to dismiss that ticket?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Hart, I'll grant his motion to dismiss. If you ever need a copy of that order, you can get it from our clerk. Do you have any questions?
No, thank you so much, and happy holidays. Yeah.
Thank you. Bye, Ms. Hart. Upine Davis?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes. Hi, Ms. Davis. You had a tag ticket also from last year. Was that your car?
Yes, it was.
You still have it?
I do.
Is it properly tagged with the tag properly displayed?
Yes, it is.
Mr. Johnston, are you moving to dismiss her ticket from last year?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Davis, I'll dismiss it on his motion. If you ever need a copy, you can get it from our clerk. Do you have any questions?
No, thank you. Happy holidays.
Thank you so much. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Joyner, last name Joyner.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Joyner also had a tag ticket from last year. Was that your car?
Yes, ma'am.
You still have it, Mr. Joyner?
No, I don't.
You traded in, wreck it, or what? Where is it?
No, I actually let it go to the title part. I couldn't get the emissions to pass.
Oh, okay. You have a different vehicle that you operate now?
Yes, I did, but I was recently in a car accident on the 11th of November.
Okay. Things just don't go well between you and cars, I guess. Mr. Johnson, what do you want to do with this ticket from last year for Mr. Joyner?
Your Honor, in light of everything going on, I'm willing to dismiss that.
All right, Mr. Joyner, he'll dismiss it and I'll grant that motion. If you ever need a copy, you can get it from our clerk. Do you have any
Ma'am.
questions?
No, ma'am. Thank you so much.
All right, take care now. Bye.
You too.
Someone whose last name is Carr, I guess that's Jennifer Carr.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Miss Carr, you had a tag ticket also from last year. Was that your vehicle?
It's actually my ex-husband's vehicle.
Do you know if it's got a tag on it now?
It does.
State have a motion.
Please move to null to dismiss that case, Your Honor.
Ms. Carr, I'll dismiss the ticket on his motion. If you need a copy of the dismissal, you can get it from our clerk's office. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, bye now. Ms. Gonti, can you hear me now?
Hello?
Edna
Yeah.
Gonti? Hi,
Yeah.
Ms. Gonti. All right, Ms. Gonti, you had a tag ticket from last year. Was that your vehicle?
Yes.
Do you still have it?
It's sort tore up. No more.
You don't have it now?
Yeah.
All right. Mr. Johnston, are you going to dismiss her tag ticket?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Gonti, you also had a ticket in December of last year for improper turn. Do you recall getting that ticket also?
Yeah, I got a ticket for that.
Okay. Do you want to try to resolve that today with a guilty or no contest plea?
Anyway, she is guilty, but she was saying that, and I got a ticket. I was going to work, and she said that I never put my proper thing. I said no. I was trying to argue, but she was the police, so I couldn't. She gave me the ticket, so I couldn't pay because I don't for me to get a point on my lesson. So the reason why I never go ahead and make the payment because she gave me
So
the
you
ticket.
can plead no contest that should save you from some points. Do you want to
Yeah,
do
no-
that?
No. Yes.
Oh,
No
okay.
contest.
No contest hopefully saves you from points. Mr. Johnston, are you recommending a $50 fine for that?
That is correct, Judge.
Ms. Gonti, I believe the total due with that no low plea for that ticket will be around $75. Can you give me or type in the chat your email address so that we can email you the payment instructions on
Okay.
how to pay that $75 approximately?
Okay. Eggnon 12 Conti at gmail.com. Eggnon 12 Conti at gmail.com.
Edna 12 Gonti
At gmail.com.
at Gmail, right?
Yeah, gmail.com.
Great. All right. And you can pay that hopefully within 30 days?
Okay.
Okay, we'll email you that information then, and that takes care of both of those open tickets. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, I wish I had a three ticket.
You think you had 3?
Yeah, can you check? It will be
I
three.
will. I will check.
Did you call my name?
I've not called anybody's name. I'm talking to, except for Miss Gonti right now. Not going alphabetically, folks. You were asked initially if you signed in time to type your name in the chat. I'm going down the list as people type their name in. Please mute unless you're Miss Gonti. Please mute your audio unless you're Miss Gonti. Mr. Williams, you're not muted. Thank you. Miss Gonti, that's the only 2 that I'm showing open. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You're right. you're right. Here's another one. This was falling too close
Yeah.
from November.
Uh-huh.
Okay. What do you want to do with that ticket?
No contact.
Okay, now listen, because there's two moving violations close together, you'll probably still get points on one of them.
But Rihanna, can I explain to you? And she gave me that ticket. I know very well when I had it close to that car. And she told me that, oh, it's not expensive. You can just pay for it. I said no, because I know that I know my aunt will be close to that car. I know that I was not close to the car. And she said I was still close to her, but I couldn't ask her because she's the police. She's police. I can't ask her. So that's the reason why I couldn't go ahead and pay for the ticket because I'm already trying
It's
to.
okay. Well, I mean, you don't have to plead guilty or nolo to it, Miss Gonti. If you want to plead not guilty, I can put it on a trial calendar for you. Do you want me to put it on a trial calendar, and then the state would bring their witnesses, the other driver and the police officer, and then I can hear from everybody, because I can't do that today.
Can I ask you a question? How many points I will get? Because that's the same thing I was telling her.
I think that's a 2 or 3 point ticket, something along those lines.
I can get a point on my lesson again for that because I know I will not close.
Do you want to plead not guilty then?
Not guilty.
Okay, that's no problem. All right, we'll send you notice when to appear for a trial on that. You're still living on Crane Road?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll schedule that for a trial. That's assigned to me, and then we'll get it on a trial calendar and send you notice, okay?
Okay, can I ask you one more question?
Yes?
If I go to court, it will make it different because I really wanted help because I know I will not close to that vehicle and she gave
Well,
it
I
to
don't know. I don't know what the evidence is going to end up being. I can't predict ahead of time, right?
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm happy to hear the evidence, and if the evidence shows that you're not guilty, then that's what will happen.
I'm asking you. I can pay the money. I don't want the point. You don't want the point? Yeah.
Then you gotta go to court and judge it and plead your case.
Yeah.
Ms. Gonti, it's okay. No problem then. I'll talk to you on another day about that ticket, and we'll email you about paying the other one, okay?
Okay.
All right. You can sign off. Bye now.
Happy holidays. Bye.
All right. Gilmore, Vontavious Gilmore.
We done?
Hey,
Mr. Gilmore, you had a tag ticket from last year as well. Was that your vehicle?
yes, ma'am.
Do you still have it?
Currently is not in my possession anymore.
Okay. What happened to it? I mean, like, who has it?
The dealership.
Oh, okay. You have a different car now that you drive normally?
Yes, ma'am.
Everything's properly tagged and properly displayed on the vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Johnston, are you going to dismiss his tag ticket from last year based on that information?
Yes, ma'am.
Excuse me. Mr. Gilmore, I'll grant his motion to dismiss this ticket. If you ever need a copy of the dismissal for any reason, you can get it from our clerk. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right. Take care, Mr. Gilmore. You can sign off.
You too.
Michaela Brown. Excuse me, y'all. Goodness.
Good morning.
Hey, Miss Brown. This is a tag ticket also from last year. Was that your car?
Yes, ma'am.
You still have it?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Once it got told, I was never able to get it back because the information I got when I bought it on OfferUp didn't match.
Oh gosh, that's aggravating.
Yeah,
So you have a different car now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Everything's valid with your tag on your current car?
Yes, ma'am. And this will be the second time I register get my new tag.
Okay. Mr. Johnston, are you going to dismiss her tag ticket from last year based on that information?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Brown, I'll grant his motion to dismiss. If you ever need a copy of that dismissal, you can get it from our clerk. Do you have any questions?
No, thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye, Ms. Brown.
Bye. Have a great day.
Thank you. Last name Kapoor.
Yeah, hi. This is Kapoor.
Hi.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Mr. Kapoor, this was a tag violation from last year. Do you have that vehicle?
Yeah, I do have that vehicle.
It's got a valid tag on it now?
Yes, absolutely, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Johnston, are you also going to dismiss his ticket from last year?
Yes, ma'am.
All
Thank
right,
you,
I'll
sir.
grant his motion to dismiss that, Mr. Kapoor. If you ever need a copy of the order dismissing the ticket, you can get that from our clerk. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Take care, Mr. Kapoor.
You too. Thank you.
Courtney Reynolds.
I'm here.
Ms. Reynolds, you had a tag ticket as well from last year. Do you still have that car?
Yes.
Is it properly tagged now?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Hernandez, are you going to move to dismiss this ticket from last year for Ms. Reynolds?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Reynolds, I'll grant her motion to dismiss the ticket. If you ever need a copy, you can get it from our clerk. Any questions?
No, thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye, Ms. Reynolds.
Bye.
Last name Israel.
Present, Your Honor.
Mr. Israel, you had a tag ticket from last year. Was that your car?
Yes, Your Honor.
You still have that car?
No, Your Honor.
Hey, what happened to the car? Why don't you have it?
I sold that vehicle, Your Honor.
All right, you have a different vehicle that you normally operate now?
Yes, ma'am.
Does it have a valid tag?
Yes, ma'am, it does. I have the registration right here.
Great. All right, Mr. Johnston, are you going to move to dismiss this ticket from last year for Mr. Israel?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Israel, we'll dismiss it. If you need a copy ever, you can get it from our clerk. Do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, bye now.
Yes,
Ms.
ma'am.
Ms. Grissom?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Grissom, you had a tag ticket also from last year. Was that your car?
Yes, ma'am, it was.
You still have it?
No, ma'am, I do not.
Whatever vehicles you currently own are hopefully properly tagged. Is that right?
Yes, unfortunately, I got that ticket on my birthday, so now I get it on the 1st.
Well, that's aggravating. All right, Mr. Johnston, do you want to dismiss her ticket?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'll grant that motion. If you need a copy for any reason, you can get it from our clerk's office, Ms. Grissom. Any
I
questions?
appreciate you guys. No, ma'am. Thank you so much. Happy holidays and New Year to you.
Thank you so much. You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye now. Mr. Specs?
Hello, hey, how you doing?
Hi, Mr. Specs. You have a decal ticket, or basically a tag ticket from last year. Was that your vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you still have it?
No, ma'am.
Do you have a different car that's properly tagged now?
Yes, ma'am. And my previous car had got totaled out.
All right, Ms. Hernandez, are you willing to dismiss this tag ticket?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Specs, while you're here, you had a speeding ticket from April of this year. Do you want to plead guilty or NOLO to that ticket and get that resolved today?
Yes. Do you know how much the payment is it for?
Is the state asking for a $50 fine, Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, Your Honor.
So if I impose a $50 fine, the total's usually around $75 because of surcharges, Mr. Specs.
Okay, yeah, I can pay that.
Do you want to plead guilty or NOLO?
Guilty. Wait,
All
no,
right.
no. I'm sorry, no, I'm sorry.
NOLO. All
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
May I have your email address so we can email some payment instructions to you for that one?
Okay, it's gspecs14@yahoo.com.
Okay. Now I'm going to give you a month to get that paid either online or in person here at the courthouse, and that instruction information will be emailed to you later on today. Any questions?
No, ma'am, that would be all.
Take care, Mr. Specs.
You too, thank you.
All right, Jamie Meeks.
Hello.
Ms. Meeks, you had a tag ticket also from last year. And was that your car?
Yes, ma'am.
You still have it?
Yes, ma'am.
And is it properly tagged now?
Yes, it is.
Ms. Hernandez, are you moving to dismiss her ticket from last year?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Meeks, we'll dismiss that one as well. If you ever need a copy of that dismissal, you can get it from our clerk. Any questions?
Thank you. You guys stay safe. Thanks.
All right, bye, you too. All right, folks, that's everyone whose name I wrote down. I'm going to go back to the beginning of the chat, though, and capture everybody else here. Keisha Bowers.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Bowers, this was a tag ticket also from last year. Was that your car?
Yes, ma'am. I went that same day and got the omission and the tag.
Wonderful. Mr. Johnston, are you going to move to dismiss her ticket?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Ms. Bowers, I'll grant his motion to dismiss that. If you ever need a copy, you can get it from our clerk. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, bye, Ms. Bowers.
Thank you. Happy holidays.
Thank you. Ashanti Hughes. Already speak, Ms. Hughes.
I'm here.
Okay, Ms. Hughes, you also had a tag ticket from last year. Is that your car?
Yes.
You still own it?
Yes, I do.
Have a valid tag now?
Yes.
Mr. Johnston, are you going to dismiss her ticket from last year for this tag violation?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'll grant that motion to dismiss, Ms. Hughes. If you need a copy of the order dismissing that, you can get it from our clerk later. Do you have any questions?
No, thank you so much. Happy holidays to you all.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Keel Brown.
Yes.
Mr. Brown, you had a tag ticket also from last year. Was that your car?
Yes, ma'am.
You still have it?
Yes, ma'am.
Does it have a good tag on it now?
No, ma'am. It's inoperable.
All right, is it parked in your garage or covered in your driveway?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Johnston, what would you like to do with that?
Your Honor, given that information, I'm willing to cut a break this time.
Mr. Brown, we'll dismiss it. You can't, obviously, you can't operate the car without a tag, though. And actually, county ordinances, just letting you know, require if it's not tagged that it be covered if it's parked in your driveway or parked in a garage, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Bye, Mr. Brown. We'll dismiss this one.
I appreciate y'all. Have a good one.
Thank you. Xavier Denizen.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Denizen, you had a tag ticket from last year as well. Was that your car?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you still have it?
No, ma'am. It was totaled that day.
Oh, goodness. State's got a motion, Mr. Johnston.
They will move to dismiss that case, Your Honor, given that information.
Mr. Denizen, we'll go ahead and dismiss it. And
Okay.
if you ever need a copy, you can get it from our clerk. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. Bye now.
But happy holidays.
Thanks. Kalima Tillman.
Yes.
Ms. Tillman, you had a tag violation as well last year. Was that your car?
Yes.
Do you still have it?
Yes, I do.
Does it have a valid tag now?
Yes, it is.
All right. State have a motion on Ms. Tillman's ticket.
The state would move to dismiss the citation.
All right, Ms. Tillman, I'll dismiss it. Any questions?
No, thank you so much.
Bye now. Christopher Wright.
Yes.
This was a tag ticket from last year, Mr. Wright. Was that a vehicle that you own?
Yes, I currently still own it as well.
Is properly tagged now?
Yes, ma'am. I was under the impression that I had paid for my tag, but it was a fraud site. So I told the officer that as well when he pulled me over.
Okay. Ms. Hernandez, are you willing to dismiss it since he's got a valid tag now?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Wright, I'll dismiss that. If you ever need a copy of the dismissal, then you can get that from the clerk, okay?
All right. Thank you very much. Have a good
All right.
rest of the year.
Thank you. Bye now. Mr. Aloe,
Yes, ma'am.
this was failing to obtain a tag within 30 days of purchasing a vehicle. Do you still own that car?
No.
Okay, where is the car now?
The car is in a lot. It's in a lot somewhere in Noonan.
Okay, so you've traded it in or something along those lines?
Yeah.
Do you have a different vehicle now?
No.
Okay, so you don't own any car right now.
No, ma'am.
Mr. Hernandez, what do you want to do with this ticket for Mr. Aloe from last year?
The state would move to dismiss the citation.
All right, I'll go ahead and grant her motion to dismiss Mr. Aloe. If you ever need a copy of the dismissal order, you can get it from our clerk. Do you have any questions?
No. Thank you.
All right, bye now. Elizabeth Jones.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Jones, you had a tag ticket last year. Was that your car?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you still have it?
Yes, I do.
Does it have a good valid tag properly displayed on it?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Mr. Johnston, are you going to dismiss Ms. Jones' tag ticket?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll grant his motion to dismiss Ms. Jones. Any questions?
No, ma'am. Thank you so much and happy holiday.
Thanks, you too.
Thank you.
Mr. McGee? Ryan McGee?
Yes,
Hi.
I am here.
Hey, Mr. McGee, this was a tag ticket also from last year. Was that your car?
Yes.
Do you still have it?
Yes.
Is it properly tagged now?
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez, are you moving to dismiss his ticket?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'll dismiss it, Mr. McGee. If you need a copy of that at any point, you can get it from our clerk. Any questions?
Oh, no, thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Ms. Gardner?
Excuse me, Miss, Your Honor. I was
Yes.
just making sure I didn't miss. I was making sure I didn't miss mine. I didn't hear Sergio Arias. Was that the first one?
Oops, I'm not going alphabetically. You should have typed your name in the chat area. I'm going down the list of names in the chat.
Okay. Sorry. Thank you.
It's okay. Sharita Gardner?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Hi. Ms. Gardner, this had something to do with a registration. I don't really know what the heck this ticket is because it's got language on it that I don't understand. Did you have a tag or was the car registered or whatever you were operating that day?
No, the car wasn't registered. It was a registration ticket.
Okay. Do you have that car still?
No, I had to salvage it February last year.
Okay. Do you have a different car that's properly tagged now?
Sure do.
Mr. Johnston, are you willing to dismiss this
Yes,
tag
ma'am.
or registration ticket?
Regardless of what it is, I'm willing to get
Whatever
rid
it is. Okay.
Thank you.
It's just weird verbiage on it, Ms. Gardner, but he'll dismiss it. If you ever need a copy, you can get it from our clerk. Any questions?
Have a good one. No, I'm good.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Your Honor, I was one of the first people to sign in, but I haven't been called. I've been on for about an hour.
What is your name?
Salima Abdullah.
Okay. Well, Miss Abdullah, I didn't see your name in the chat, but
Also, Keith Williams too, ma'am.
well, y'all in a hurry to go do something more important than your court date?
No, ma'am. I just wanted to make sure that I hadn't
I'll
been.
come back and capture you, I promise. Miss Abdullah, go ahead and tell me if this was your car that you were operating.
Yes, ma'am. It was.
You still have the car.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Does it have a valid tag?
Yes, ma'am, it does.
All right, Ms. Hernandez, Mr. Johnston, are you going to dismiss her ticket?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'll take care of that dismissal then as well, Miss Abdullah. Any questions?
No, ma'am. Thank you so very much and happy holidays.
Thanks. Keith Williams, go ahead. I did skip your name somehow, Mr. Williams. I apologize. Was that your car?
Yes, ma'am.
Does it have a valid tag now?
I no longer have the vehicle. It was repoed.
Do you have a different vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
Does it have a valid tag?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Hernandez, are you going to dismiss his tag ticket from last year then?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Williams, I'll grant her motion to dismiss. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. Bye
Have a
now.
nice day.
Thanks.
Have you tried Sunny Norris?
Folks, just stay on mute until I call your name. I have not called any names there where people have not responded. You should type your name in the chat. That would help me. Tamika, I'm not calling all 250 names on here. Tamika Bonner.
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Hey, Ms. Bonner, you had a tag violation as well from last year. Was that your car?
Yes, ma'am,
Do you still have it?
I do.
Does it have a valid tag on it now?
Yes.
Great. Mr. Johnston, are you willing to dismiss her tag ticket?
Ma'am.
Ms. Bonner, you also had a speeding ticket from November of 2020. Do you want to plead guilty or nolo to that particular ticket?
Yes, ma'am.
Which one would you like to do?
Nolo.
All right.
For the, and I have some documents that I want to present, but I'm here
On
at
the
the
speeding
courthouse
ticket?
because, yes.
Okay, what kind of documents are they? Just tell us what they are.
It's basically I can't afford to pay it, and I'm trying to establish the reason why, because I lost all my businesses, and I'm just trying to like survive.
Okay, I understand, Ms. Bonner. What is your current situation? You're not working and don't have other types of income?
I'm waiting on unemployment, and well, they haven't reached a decision yet, so I have zero income at the time.
Okay.
But I wanted to present all of my certifications, my seals, my documents. All four of my businesses are closed. I wanted to show
You don't have to go through all that. You don't have to go through all that. Mr. Johnston, are you content with the court suspending a fine on that?
Your Honor, the state would have absolutely no objection to that.
All right. Ms. Bonner, I'll impose a $50 fine, but then suspend it. So that means you don't have to pay that particular fine. But I will accept the NOLO plea to close that ticket out. Do you have any questions?
No.
All right. Blessings and good luck.
Thank you. Happy holidays to everyone.
Thanks. You can sign off. Thanks, ma'am. Anthony
Bye-bye.
Moore.
How you doing, y'all? Morning.
Hey, Mr. Moore. You had a tag ticket also from last year. Was that your car?
No, ma'am. It was my father's on. I wasn't aware he had an accident at the time, so I wasn't unaware that it wasn't renewed.
Okay.
But yeah, we don't have the car now either because the transmission went out.
Okay.
So it's in Florida. I guess they sold it. So.
All right. Ms. Hernandez, are you willing to dismiss that tag ticket?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Moore, you've been busy. You got 4 other open traffic tickets pending. You got 5 other traffic tickets pending.
I was doing Lyft and Uber a lot, so I was kind of just in the streets, but it wasn't because of me violating any signs or anything. It was just my car was seen a lot, so officers was.
All right, so let's start with the May 18th of 2020 improper passing ticket. Do you want to plead guilty or nolo and resolve that today?
Improper passing. I have my no, I don't want to plead no to that. I'll just set that another day. What was the
Do you
fine
want
for
to
that?
plead not guilty?
Yes.
Okay. And what about May 26, 2020 distracted driving?
I have my handheld device. I was just on the court calendar not too long ago, and I showed the lady that. And
I don't show that closed for some reason. Let me look again and make sure I'm right.
They should have been dismissed that because I showed the prosecutor.
Well, let me look. Maybe I overlooked it somehow. Let me make sure.
I
No.
sent a picture and everything also to them also.
Well, it's still open. Ms. Hernandez, are you willing to dismiss that one though?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And Mr. Moore, you have from May 21st, 2020, speeding and a tag violation. What do you want to do with those?
Okay, so say it one more time, ma'am. I had a speeding and a tag.
May 21st, 2020, speeding and a tag violation.
Oh, I plead not guilty to that. I wasn't speeding. And that same car is totaled. So it's probably the Sentra. That car's
Yeah. I mean, if you want to plead not guilty, I'll make sure it gets on a trial calendar. And then you have
if I plead no to that, what would be the fine for that?
Ms. Hernandez, what's your recommendation on those tickets?
The state would recommend a $50 fine on the speeding, and the state would be willing to dismiss the tag citation since the car was totaled.
Say if I'm trying to get my CDLs, the speeding, how would that affect my point? Because I don't have any points right now on my license.
I don't know, Mr. Moore. It depends on your driving record, and sometimes NOLO saves you points, sometimes it doesn't. But you can try to do a NOLO and hopefully save yourself some points. But DDS assesses points or not. I don't know what they would do.
Okay, for speeding, yeah, I wouldn't. And what was the speeding amount? Like, if you could read the ticket for me, because I don't have it at hand right now. I didn't know you was trying to
The allegation is, sir, that on May 21st, 2020, you were traveling 81 in a 65 mile per hour zone on I-75.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I won't plead NOLO to that, ma'am.
All right. Can you pay the $50 fine plus surcharges, which is going to total somewhere around $75 within the next month?
Yes.
May I have your email address to email you the payment instructions for that ticket?
SMACKTEAM92@yahoo.com.
All right. And Mr. Moore, let me make sure that's everything.
So we got distracted driving, speeding.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Judge, this is the clerk. Could Mr. Moore please repeat his email address so I make sure I have it right?
smackteam92@yahoo.com.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Moore, you have another case open that's not yet filed, so I can't deal with that one, but you have a marijuana and tag ticket.
Yeah, they were
I can't
dismissing
deal
that.
with sorry, never mind. I can't deal with the marijuana count. That's a different judge. Okay, well, that's everything that I can help you with today.
Okay, so we have
you've said not guilty to improper passing. I'm gonna put that one on a trial calendar for Judge Hayward. It's actually her ticket. They're gonna dismiss distracted driving and the tag violations. Speeding, you pled NOLO. They're dismissing that tag. Oh, here's one from February of this year for traffic control violation. What do you want to do with that one?
Traffic control violations?
Yep, red light. February of this year.
Yeah, I didn't have my car in none this year. I don't know how that.
I don't know what you're saying to me. You did not have a car in
Where
2021?
was that? Where was that at? Where was that at? But as you can see, I had a couple of them in 2020, but
2021, February 16th, allegedly driving a Nissan Sentra on Lanier Place at Lanier Road. The allegation is that you went through a traffic control device.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna plead not guilty to that.
Okay. We'll get that on one of Judge Hayward's calendars. Her lucky day that she's got you assigned to all her tickets. All right, so you'll get notice when to appear for those. Make sure your address is always current with the clerk's office. We have an address on Battle Creek Lane right now. Is that valid still?
Yep.
Okay, you'll get notice when to appear for the ones that were not resolved today, and you'll get an email about the one fine that was imposed. Any questions, Mr. Moore?
No, that'll be all. Thank you.
All right, bye. I'm not, apparently y'all think I've skipped some names, but I'm trying my best. Anthony Bowen.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am?
Hang on, please.
I'm here. Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Bowen, you had a tag ticket as well. That was from last year. Was that your car?
I'm not sure, ma'am. Which car was it?
I don't know. I'll look.
I had like 3 cars.
Well, that's nice. Let me look, Mr. Bowen.
They all raggedy.
Oh, well. Let's see. 5804. All right, Mr. Bowen, this was a October 21st of 2020, a 2008 BMW.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That was mine.
Do you still have that car?
No, ma'am. It was total. Got hit by 18-wheeler.
Oh, goodness. All right. Mr. Johnston, are you willing to dismiss the tag ticket on Mr. Bowen?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Bowen, you have another open ticket from August of 2020 where you were charged with failing to yield the right-of-way. Do you want to enter a guilty or no plea to that today?
Whatever keep points off my license.
All right.
Or
Well,
potentially
yeah,
keep.
NOLO would hopefully do that for you. Mr. Johnston, are you recommending $50 fine as we've been doing on these?
Yes, ma'am.
So around 75 is the total, Mr. Bowen. Can you pay that within a month?
Yes, ma'am, today.
Okay. May not let you pay it if you're going to pay it online today. If you want to pay it online, you might have to wait till tomorrow. But would you give us your email address so we can email you payment instructions on that one?
Yes, ma'am. It'll be Traces of Beauty at LLC. I'm sorry, Traces of Beauty LLC at gmail.com.
Okay, cool. All right, I think those were the only tickets you have open here. You have some stuff pending in Superior Court that obviously I can't deal with. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, bye, Mr. Bowen.
Thank you. Take care. Thank you. Take care.
Let's see. One moment, folks.
Ma'am, I don't mean to be disruptive, but I do have a question.
Yes.
I was late for this. Did I miss my appointment?
Probably not if we're still here.
Yes, ma'am.
Type your name in the chat area and I'll get to you shortly.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. Asante Bells.
Ooh, finally made it. Good morning, Judge.
Hi, Ms. Bells. You had a tag ticket from last year. Was that your car?
Yes.
You still have that car?
No, ma'am.
You do not?
No, ma'am.
Do you have a different car that has a valid tag on it?
I do, yes, ma'am.
All right. Mr. Johnston, are you willing to dismiss her tag ticket from last year?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Bells, we'll go ahead and take care of that then. If you need a copy of that for some reason, you can get it from our clerk. Any questions?
No, ma'am. Thank you. Have a happy holiday.
Thanks. Bye, Ms. Bells. Let's see. Mr. Gilmore. Oh, I already talked to him. All right. Go back down then. Got a ton of messages here. Mr. Israel.
I think we already handled that one, Judge.
Okay. I wonder if he'd be quicker. Now I'm going in circles. Errol Newsome. Errol Newsome.
I think we already did that one, Your Honor.
I don't think so. I didn't mark it off. Did you? All right, let me try this way. Is Kola Abdul present? Is Darcille Abernathy present? Fontaine Allen? Malika Allen? Xavier? Are you Malika Allen? No, Xavier Allen? Benjamin Anderson? Tobias Anderson? Kiera Archie? Sergio Arias? Thomas Ayula? John Ballesteros?
Sergio Arias, president. Sorry.
Oh, Mr. Arias, you had a tag ticket from last year. Do you still have that car or was it yours?
It was mine. I had literally just bought the truck. And,
Does it have a valid tag now?
the vehicle's already sold. It was sold. It was just a temporary vehicle that I got for like a temporary moment because my other truck was broken. But
okay.
The truck was tagged within the time limit that I get.
I see.
I was.
Okay, Mr. Johnston, what do you want to do with Mr. Arias' tag ticket then from last year?
I'm willing to move to dismiss it, Your Honor.
All right, he's moving to dismiss it, sir. I'll enter that dismissal later on this morning. Do you have any questions?
No.
All right.
Thank you very much, though.
Bye now. Kiana Bannister present. Brittany Barber. Kadia Barnes. Janice Bediaco.
No, I'm right here, Claudia
Oh, I
Barnes.
see you, Miss Barnes. Did you have a tag? You had a tag ticket from last year. Was that your car?
Yes, that was my car.
You still have it?
Yes, I still have the car.
Does it have a valid tag now?
Yes, it does.
Right. Mr. Johnston, are you going to dismiss her ticket?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll do that, Miss Barnes. Any questions?
All right. No, thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Janice Bediaco. Christian Bell. Israel Ben. Clenard Benford. Kiana Bingham. Tamik, oh, I already did that. Alexis Branch. Caleb Branch. Derek Bridgewater. Jalen Brown. Keith Brown. Michael Brown. Brianna Bryant. Joshua Bryant. Roy Birdson, Terry Burgess, Aquita Burton, Mark Byers, Ralston Campbell, Benjamin Carlton.
Hell yeah.
Mr. Carlton, this was a tag ticket from last year. Was this your car?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you still have that car?
Yes, ma'am.
Does it have a valid tag now?
Yes, ma'am. Tag and insurance.
Mr. Johnston, are you going to dismiss this ticket?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'll grant his motion to dismiss, Mr. Carlton. Any questions?
Oh, ma'am. Thank you. Have a holiday.
Thank you. Bye now. Euphemie Carlton. David Carr. Brinson Carter. Millard Carter. Tina Clark. Durante Clark. Yolanda Cobb. Dontavius Cofield. Clark Coggins. Bobby Collins. Bradley Conway. Calvin Cooper. Jose Corona. Grashonda Codray. Michael Crawford. Amber Daniels. Charlie Darden. Jason Davis. Mr. Corona, I see your name on the screen. Mr. Corona, can you hear me? I don't think you're connected to audio. Vernon Davis. Calvin Dawson.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
All right,
Hello?
Mr. Dawson, you had a tag ticket from last year. Was that your vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have it still?
Yes, I do.
Does it have a valid tag on it now?
Yes, ma'am, it does.
Or is this the same car that you got tickets on
No,
for the
it was a
tag and
trailer.
the brake lights in September?
It was a trailer.
And does that trailer now have a tag and the taillights work?
Yes, ma'am, it does.
All right. Mr. Johnson, what do you want to do with these 3 tickets?
Your Honor, based on that information, I'm willing to get rid of all of them.
All right, Mr. Dawson, he'll dismiss all 3. Make sure, obviously, from now on, if you're operating a vehicle or a trailer, everything's good on it, okay?
All right, thank you very much. Enjoy your holiday.
Thanks. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Sean Dennis. Ronald Dingler. Tioni Dorsey.
Let me go inside and get my paperwork. You want to wait till I get back?
Yeah. There's no need to go now. Take
Please
off
make
the
sure you're muted unless I call your name. Sharice Dodson. Paulette Dowse. Cleveland Drayton. Monterey DuPont. Gregory Dwayne. Amaya Edwards. Mohammed Fatih. Janaya Faulkner. Kendrick Florence, Aretha Foster, Raymond Foster, Cynthia Freeman.
Here.
What's your name, sir?
Raymond Foster.
Okay, Mr. Foster, this was a tag violation from last year. Was that your car?
Yes.
Do you still have it?
Yes, I do. Insurance and I got a tag.
Great. Mr. Johnston, are you moving to dismiss Mr. Foster's ticket?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'll dismiss it, sir. Any questions?
Well, just have a happy New Year's and Christmas.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You can sign off. Cynthia
thank you.
Freeman. Letitia Freeman.
Here.
Ms. Freeman, you had a tag violation last year. Was that your car?
No, it was my husband's car.
Does it have a valid tag on it now? Do you know?
The car was totaled that night. A deer ran out in front of me.
Okay. Mr. Johnston, are you willing to dismiss the ticket?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Freeman, I'll grant the dismissal. If you ever need a copy, you can get it from our clerk. Any questions?
No, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
All right. Bye, Ms. Freeman. James Fulton. Madeline Gant.
You got
Oh, are
James
you Mr.
Fulton.
Fulton?
What's going on, Judd?
Hey, Mr. Fulton, you had a tag ticket from last year. Was that your car?
Oh, no, that was my mother's car.
Does it have a valid tag on it now?
Oh, yeah, she got a valid tag on it now. She
Okay.
had the tag. She just didn't have a little decal thing on there.
I see, but it's on there now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Johnston, are you willing to dismiss his ticket?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Fulton, I'll dismiss it. Any questions?
No, you're going to take it easy.
Bye now. Shimon Glickman. Tycorius Gilbert. Willie Golden.
Your Honor, I
George-
believe Shimon Glickman is on the Zoom call. They're one of the people that have their hands raised. I'm not sure why they're not.
Mr. Glickman, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Glickman, you had a tag ticket from last year. Do you know if that was a vehicle that you owned?
No, it was my trailer.
Does it have a valid tag on it now?
It's gone. It's sold.
Sold the trailer?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you had another ticket in April of this year for a tag violation. What kind of vehicle was that?
My other trailer.
Does it have a valid tag and registration now?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Johnston, that was also a not on person ticket from April. What would you like to do with these 3 tickets, Mr. Johnston?
Your Honor, I'm willing to, the state is moving to dismiss all of those.
All right, Mr. Glickman, he'll go ahead and dismiss all 3 of them. You make sure everything stays valid from now on, okay?
Okay.
Bye now.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Johnston, for catching that. Is George Gordon here? Inca Gordon? James Gordon? Deshaun Green? Cornelius Griffin?
Hey, y'all, I'm here.
Hey, Deshaun Green.
Okay,
I was trying to
hang
I was
on.
trying to unmute my mic.
All right, hang on, Mr. Green. Mr. Griffin, you had a tag violation from last year. Do you still own that car, or did you?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Does it have a valid tag on it now?
Yes, ma'am, it does.
Was that the same car in August that you got another tag ticket?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And he had license not on person in August. Mr. Johnston, what do you want to do with all 3 of these?
Your Honor, in light of that information, I'm willing to, the state is moving to dismiss all of this.
Okay, Mr. Griffin. He'll dismiss all 3 of them. You make sure you do the proper thing from now on, though, okay?
I will. Thank you, Your Honor.
Bye now.
All right.
All right, Mr. Green,
Yes, ma'am.
you had a tag ticket from last year. Was that your vehicle?
No, ma'am.
How do you know the person whose car it was?
She was a friend I was dating at the time.
Okay, any clue if it's got a valid tag now?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I didn't know it was expired till I got pulled over the next day I went and corrected it.
Okay. You had a traffic control device violation ticket in August of last year. Would you like to enter a guilty or no contest plea to that today and resolve it?
A no contest.
Okay. And Mr. Johnston, is the state asking for a $50 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you pay that with surcharges? It's about 75, Mr. Green, within a month.
Yes, ma'am.
What's your email so we can email you the payment instruction information?
My email is desrah green@gmail.com.
DESRAH Green
Yes, ma'am.
at gmail.com.
Yes, ma'am.
I can't remember if I asked you, Mr. Johnston, are you going to dismiss the tag ticket?
Yes, ma'am. I will dismiss that tag ticket.
All right. All right, Mr. Green. Any questions?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
Bye now.
How do I pay?
That's what's going to be emailed to you, the payment instruction information.
Thank you.
All right. Bye now. Shaquan Grover. Timothy Gullickson. Cedric Hall. Nicole Harris. Jacarlon Harrison. Jerome Hart. Larry Holliday. John Howlett.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Hi, Mr. Howlett. You had a tag ticket from last year. Do you have was that your car?
No, ma'am. My father bought it so I can get to and from school, college.
Does it have a valid tag on it now? Do you know?
Yes, I actually got it the same day I got the ticket.
Great. All right. Are you going to dismiss that one, Mr. Johnston?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Howlett, also earlier this year, you had improper lane change and distracted driving tickets. Do you want
Yes,
to
ma'am.
plead guilty or nolo to one or both of those?
Yes, NOLO to both.
Mr. Johnston, would you be willing to dismiss one for a plea to the other?
Yes, ma'am. Apologies. What were the two tickets? I know it was a distracted
Proper
driving.
lane change, distracted driving.
Your Honor, I would be willing to do a $50 fine to the improper lane change and dismiss the distracted driving.
All right, Mr. Howlett, then with surcharges, I think you would owe around 75 for the improper lane change. Can you pay that within a month?
Yes, ma'am.
What is your email so we can email you the payment instruction information for that ticket?
Yes, John, JOHN, Howlett, HOWLIET, 23@gmail.com.
All right, you should get that in your email later on today. Any questions?
No, ma'am. That was it.
Okay, bye, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Sims Hudson. Marcus Jabang. Darius Jackson. Tavia Jackson. Carla Jara Williams.
I'm here.
Ms. Williams, you had a decal ticket
here.
from. Are you Ms. Williams? What is your name? Whoever's saying I'm here. Oh, you're Miss Jackson. Miss Jackson, you had a tag ticket.
Tabia Jackson.
Okay, I got you. Did you have a valid tag on the vehicle that you got this ticket in last year?
Can you repeat that, please?
Sure. Was the vehicle that you got this tag ticket in last year your vehicle?
Hello?
Can you hear me now, Miss Jackson?
Yes, it was my son's vehicle.
Do you know if it has a valid tag now?
He no longer have it anymore.
Okay. Are you willing to dismiss that ticket, Mr. Johnston?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Jackson, you had a child restraint ticket in November of 2020 also. Would you like to plead guilty or nolo and pay a small fine for that?
Nolo.
All right. And Mr. Johnston, I think the typical fine for that might be 25. I'm not sure. What do you want to do?
I think that's the right amount, Judge. I'm comfortable with that either way.
Okay, Ms. Jackson, I think then it's about $35, $40, somewhere close to that with surcharges. Can you pay that within a month?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you provide your email so we can email you the payment instruction information for that ticket?
Tavia Jackson 74 at yahoo.com.
Okay, you can look for that then from Clayton County email address later on today. Any questions?
No, ma'am. Thank you and have a good holidays.
Thanks, you too.
Bye-bye.
All right, was Carla Jara Williams here? Was Brittany Jenkins here? Mark Jenkins? Leah Johns? Brianna Johnson? DeWanasia Johnson? Amanda Johnson Scott? Someone has signed on as Amanda. Is that Miss Johnson Scott? Alea Jones? Antonio Jones? Narvi Jones?
Good morning.
Hi.
I'm Narvi Jones.
Great. Miss Jones, you had a tag ticket from last year. Was that your car?
No, ma'am, it was my son's.
Does it have a valid tag now?
Yes, it was just with height of COVID and registration. He had to do everything online and they didn't he put it on there. I have a copy of the email they sent to confirm it, but whoever did it, they didn't put the apartment number. So it didn't come out. It went back. So that was the cross up. And it was actually covered in May. And the officer stopped me, and I want to say it was like July or August, but it's covered now. It was covered then, but it's covered now. I have the email verifying the coverage of last year.
Okay. We don't need to see that, I don't think, Mr. Johnston. You're content to go ahead and dismiss it based on that information?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Ms. Jones, he'll dismiss it, and I'll enter that in the computer later on this morning. Do you have any questions?
No, thank you so much. And you guys have a safe and happy holiday.
To Ms. Jones.
Thank you so
Pierre
much.
Jones. Rasul Jones. Alexi Kaluta.
Yes, I'm right here. Right here.
All right. You had a tag ticket from last year as well. Was that your car?
It was.
Don't have it anymore?
I'm a dealer. I don't know how that happened. My tag was valid. I don't know if it was a state issue or what happened, but everything's
so that
okay.
was that a car that you owned just as a dealer or a car you owned for personal use?
No, as a dealer.
Okay, and you believed that it had a valid tag on it at the time?
Yes, ma'am. I had a current sticker and everything. So, I mean, there's no way it couldn't have been valid because I had a current sticker on it.
Okay, and did you follow up with
I did.
tag office afterward?
I did. They said everything was okay.
Thought it was all okay too?
Yes, ma'am.
So let's make sure we're talking about the same car, a Mercedes, 2015 Mercedes C300?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so apparently when the officer ran the tag, the tag office at that time said it had expired in October,
Right.
and this was November 30th.
So I have it pulled up on my phone. I don't know if you can see it or not. So it was valid.
Weird. Okay. Well, Mr. Johnston, I don't know. What would you like to do?
Your Honor, I'm willing to dismiss that as, I want to dismiss that.
Okay. Well, just always make sure, I don't know, Mr. Kaluta, because apparently when he ran the tag in the computer, it was saying not valid, but if you're
Right.
contending it was, then that's fine. He'll dismiss it.
Okay. Yeah,
Bye now.
All right. Am I good to go now?
Yep.
All righty. Thank you.
Shania Khan, Tyronisha King, Wilbur Kitchens, Cicely Kyle, Michael Lavernway, Alexia Leach, Latera Leftridge, Dominique Lighters, Tiffany Livingston, Winter Lopez.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Lopez, you had a tag violation last year also. Was that your vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
You still have it?
No, ma'am.
Did you straighten out the tag before you no longer owned the car?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Johnston, are you willing to dismiss this case?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Lopez, he'll dismiss it. I'll enter that order later on today. Do you have any questions?
No, thank you guys so much. Happy holidays.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Sean Love. Delay Lowry. Shanika Lundy. Kimberly Martin. Terrence Mays. Mary McGee. Erica McClendon. James McQuiston. Anthony Merricks. Miller Mitchell. Or Ray Mitchell Miller, I don't know. Derek Mivens. Mosepelo Mogotsane, or something close to that. DeQuandre Moore. Derek Mosley. Jeremy Mosley. Isaiah Moss. Samira Murphy. Travis Myers. Errol Newsome. Sonny Norris.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I'm
Mr.
here.
Norris, you have,
Errol Newsom.
oh,
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
all right, y'all hang on. Mr. Newsome, this was a tag ticket from last year. Is that your car?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you still have the car and it has a valid tag now?
No, ma'am, I don't have the car, but the previous car I do have tag and insurance.
Okay. Ms. Hernandez, are you willing to dismiss this ticket for Mr. Newsome from last year?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Newsome, I'll dismiss it. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, bye now. Mr. Norris, you had a tag ticket from last year too. Was that your car?
Yes, ma'am.
You still have it?
Yes, ma'am.
Does it have a valid tag now?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Hernandez?
The state would move to dismiss the citation.
All right, I'll enter the dismissal on it later on this morning. Any questions, Mr. Norris?
No, thanks.
All right, bye now. Tiffany Pagan. Tamara Patrick. Jasmine Patterson. Geese Perez. Gerard Phillip. See that you're on here, Mr. Phillip. You had a tag, Mr. Phillip?
Yeah, I'm here.
This was a tag ticket from last year. Was it your car?
Yes, it was.
Do you still own it?
I do.
Valid tag now.
100%.
Ms. Hernandez, are you going to dismiss it?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'll dismiss it, Mr. Phillip. Any questions?
None at all. I appreciate you guys. Have a good holiday.
Thank you. You too.
All right.
Bye now. Lyric Pride. James Purdy. Antoinette Randall. Nasira Reeves. Marcus Reed. Latoria Riley. Leslie Rivers. I guess I only see one other name on here. Mr. Willis.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Miss Willis. Miss Willis, you had a tag ticket from last year. Was that your car?
Yes, it was.
Do you still have the car?
No, I traded it in at a dealership.
Does your current vehicle have a valid tag?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Hernandez, are you willing to dismiss Miss Willis's ticket?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I'll grant that motion, Miss Willis. Any questions?
I know I have another pending case on there for a simple battery charge. Do you have any updated information on that?
I'll look. It has not yet actually been accused in the state court. It's just pending in the solicitor's office. When it is accused, if it is, then it'll be put on a calendar. Who knows which judge it'll get assigned to, Miss Willis, but you just have to make sure now that we always have a good address for you. The address I have right now is on Village Path in Jonesboro. Is that right?
Yes, that's fine. Yes.
Okay, well, if that gets accused here in state court, then it'll go on a calendar and the clerk will mail you notice when to appear for that, okay?
Will that be in court or would it be a Zoom call like this one?
It just depends on when it is and which judge it is. We're doing some stuff in the courtrooms and some stuff on Zoom. So I don't know is the basic answer to that right now.
Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, bye now.
Bye.
There's a person signed on here. It just says K22. Do you want to unmute and tell me who you are, please?
Kawari Williams.
Right. Kawari Williams. You had a tag ticket as well from last year. Was that your car?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you still own it, Mr. Williams?
No, ma'am.
Do you have a valid tag on whatever you drive now?
I don't have anything. My son and his girlfriend, they poured accelerants in the gas tank in the oil department, so that car was left inoperable.
Okay. What would you like to do with this ticket, Ms. Hernandez?
Your Honor, the state would move to dismiss the citation.
All right, I'll go ahead and dismiss it on her motion, Mr. Williams. Do you have any questions?
Yes, ma'am. I have some questions for you. I have a court case pending with your name.
And your first name is Kiawira?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't see that, Mr. Williams. You have another case where you're charged with family violence battery that's not yet pending in the state court. I don't know who it will be assigned to.
That's the one. That's the one I was talking about. Oh, I had a question for you about it.
What is your question?
So, see, your name is on the paperwork. I've been trying to get in contact with you because it was stepped up to state court, and my wife and I and my daughter was told not to come back to our house.
Mr. Williams, it's not pending in front of me at this time.
Okay.
It's not even pending in state court. It was sent to the solicitor's office. They have to look at it, and if they decide to accuse it, then they will file an accusation, and then it will be assigned to a judge. Right now, it's not. I do show that you have an attorney, though. Do you have their phone number? You can always stay in touch with them.
He doesn't answer me at all. He doesn't answer emails, phone, nothing.
Well, there's different ones assigned to different courtrooms. I don't know. What is the name of the person that you have?
His name is Justin Moore, I believe.
Well, he's usually pretty good. Try to call him again and see if he'll respond. If not, call that same phone number and ask for Kim Gross, Gross. She's his boss.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, bye now.
Your Honor.
Yes.
Norman Wright.
What is
Norman Wright.
Mr. Wright? Thank you. Mr. Wright, you had a traffic ticket for a tag as well last year. Was that your car?
Yes, ma'am, that was my car, and I currently sold it.
Whatever you drive now has a valid tag, I hope.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Hernandez, are you willing to dismiss Mr. Wright's ticket from last year?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I'll take care of that then later on this morning, Mr. Wright. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am. Thank you very much, and happy holidays.
Thanks, you too. Mr. Corona, can you hear me at all? I don't think he's connected to audio. Ms. Hernandez, just out of an abundance of caution, will you try and speak with him in Spanish? Maybe he just doesn't understand me.
Señor Corona, ¿nos puede escuchar? O prender su cámara o algo. I'm not sure. I even told him if he could turn his camera on.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I understood you. I can understand Spanish pretty well. I can't hardly speak a lick of it. All right.
Your Honor, I also sent him 2 direct messages, one earlier when you were
That's what
at.
I was going to try to do, and he hadn't responded.
no,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. I'll just reset it to a pod day. Let me see which judge it is. Oh, well, never mind. It's Judge Garrett. Well, it gets a new court date anyway. We'll just, Ms. Jones, we'll just have to reset it, and maybe he'll figure out how to sign on between now and next time it comes up.
Understood.
Right. Okay. I think that's everybody that signed on for this. Y'all have a great weekend, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.